My boy Boruto pulled up to the Hidden Leaf Village after 3 years and turned Code's face into a doormat. You know he got at least 10 new jutsu that he ready to flex on y'all with, guaranteed. How powerful is Boruto Uzumaki in the Timeskip? What are some of these new abilities that Boruto done pulled up to the Hidden Leaf Hood with? I already know that peak is coming because there's no way that Boruto pulled up to the Hidden Leaf Village as a wanted Hokage killing criminal, in quotes, pulled up with the straight confidence, pulled up with the straight sauce, pulled up with the straight jokes. That boy was on Code's head top, literally. So there's no way you come in there joking, sauced up. People haven't seen you in 3 years and you don't got that dog in you, and you don't got that straight juice, and you don't got them straight jutsu. So it really got me excited to what Boruto is about to pull off, considering what his entrance looked like. That was probably one of the best entrances. Even in the anime, I'm pretty sure that shit gonna hit 10 times harder when, you know, that shit is animated. So I want to break down what I've kind of perceived from Boruto's entrance and what I think his new Timeskip abilities will be. Let's get it. So first of all, when Boruto landed on Code's head top, he came flying down from the sky, straight from the sky. So to kind of give this preface, Konoha's sensory team, you know, did an emergency announcement and said,
"We found Boruto's chakra in the sky above Code." So
obviously Boruto was in the sky above Code, so that means that he now has the Otsutsuki ability to fly. And we also had seen Kawaki flying around the village, you know, in the beginning of the chapter. So it's really being shown that these two characters, the Otsutsuki-fied characters, they have really honed in and mastered their Otsutsuki bodies and abilities to, you know, maximum potential that they really can. In a 3-year period, you're gonna be, you know, a pro at this Otsutsuki shit. So like I said, if you analyze that panel where Boruto landed on Code's head, it actually has a little symbol to signify like the momentum of Boruto, like coming down from the sky onto Code's head. So it's not like he just appeared and just placed his foot on Code's face. He literally had that momentum dropping from the sky, basically like drop kicked him in a, you know, in a saucy way from the sky. So continuing on with the other Otsutsuki abilities, Boruto definitely has the ability to erase his chakra signature. So Kawaki and Mitsuki were having a conversation about Boruto, and Mitsuki stated that, you know, or Kawaki stated that, you know, they know Boruto has the ability to erase his chakra. And I mean, he even kind of showed it in the first part of Boruto. So he likely can show his chakra when he wants to. So when the Hidden Leaf Village, you know, was able to perceive Boruto entering the village, it's likely because he wanted them to and he didn't care at that point. He had already been seen, they had eyes on him, so he's just gonna let his chakra signature be perceived at that point. And I know these are a lot of Otsutsuki abilities, but Boruto probably has taken a shift towards those type of abilities because they're way more powerful than, you know, his normal techniques. So I'll just start off with those. So, you know, next we got the Karma Space-Time Ninjutsu. So likely, how the fuck did Boruto get to the village? After 3 years, it's not like Boruto just walked to the village. My boy definitely used that Karma Space-Time Ninjutsu. He's had 3 years to train. He's mastered the art of literally evoking that Space-Time Ninjutsu whenever he pleases via his karma. So he likely, you know, Space-Time Ninjutsu into the air, you know, used his chakra erasure to, you know, remain hidden, and then he flew down on top of Code's head, you know, and he didn't even see him coming because of, you know, that combination of different techniques. So it's definitely, this is already combining all these different techniques, you know, to really bring out that inner ninja per se. Because I mean, erasing your chakra signature, that's like some real ninja shit, you know. Shout out to Boruto, you know what I'm saying, real ninja. But yeah, using those techniques in combination with each other, definitely some really advanced stuff. And also I want to talk about an ability that I think Boruto has gained, you know, before he came back to the village, just by the way that he was able to perceive that the Hidden Leaf was being attacked. How did Boruto perceive that Sarada was in trouble, the Leaf Village was in trouble, Code was at the Leaf Village? How the fuck did this man perceive that? And I've seen somebody talking about this on Twitter. I think that Boruto has some type of clairvoyant senjutsu similar to Ida's jutsu of being able to perceive stuff going on around her. I don't think it's a carbon copy like the Rasengan, or I think it's some like Otsutsuki perception ability, likely on some like Superman shit where he can hear the shit going on around the world, something like that, or he can perceive other Otsutsuki, you know, around the world or something like that. Because Code tells Sarada when he came to the Hidden Leaf, he says that he's been, you know, hunting down Boruto for the last 2 years, even though he's been gone for 3. So he said he must have had a skirmish with Boruto that first year he left. Code likely had a skirmish with Boruto and Sasuke, but he says he's been chasing them, but he can't really catch up to Boruto. So he said, you know what, that's why I came to the Hidden Leaf, you know, so that, you know, you can bring him here. And he told Sarada to scream so it'll reach Boruto. Then almost instantly, that boy Boruto appeared out the sky and straight stomped on that boy. So how did Boruto know? I think it's definitely Shinjutsu. And if you see my theory videos, you know I talked about how before Boruto's coming back to the leaf, he making sure that he is him. He making sure that he got free smoke to give out to everybody. He making sure that he's way more powerful than when he left. So I feel like this manga is like a flash forward, you know, within the part 2 story, because Boruto was definitely learning Shinjutsu techniques, which are essential with fighting these type of opponents that he's going to be up against. Code and Kawaki, yo, you gonna need some Shinjutsu in that toolkit, my boy. So there's definitely something that Boruto learned that allows him to really just have this enhanced level of perception, and I'm excited to hear it. Now I'm gonna go into an ability that I think Boruto has perfected in the time skip that I call Otsutsuki Warrior. Basically the technique where using the karma, you basically overlaying the accumulated Otsutsuki combat experience over top of your mind and body. So you basically have hundreds of years of experience upon you when you draw upon the karma correctly. And Code said that, you know, to Boruto when they first fought, and I think that at that time Boruto really didn't know how to evoke the true essence of karma. But now that he has 3 years to, you know, talk with Momoshiki and train Momoshiki, train with Sasuke, he definitely can draw upon all the years of experience that Momoshiki has, you know, absorbed through his different chakra fruits and through his, you know, hundreds of years of living. So I feel that Boruto has mastered the Otsutsuki Warrior technique, and that, you know, this is really gonna put him on another level. But I really think the 3 Karma Bros, they all know how to use that shit at this point, because they've all had time to really figure the shit out. So it's going to be a Royal Rumble for sure. One of the abilities that's not an Otsutsuki ability is Boruto's Kenjutsu Mastery. So this is an ability that is very apparent. Boruto got nice with a sword, got nice with that Kusanagi. I don't even think that shit's a Kusanagi, but it's basically kind of like Sasuke's sword from Boruto Part 1, except, you know, it has its own sauciness distinct to Boruto. He comes in, you know, with the arc that we got released. He has a sword. He comes in, you know, up against Code and the Ten Tails, and he has his finger on his sword. He has his sword ready for action. So he's been trained by Sasuke Uchiha, who was trained by Orochimaru, one of the legendary Sannin. So it's like that level of swordsmanship is, you know, top tier when it comes to people in the Naruto verse. Boruto also has, you know, lightning affinity, so Sasuke definitely showed him how to implement lightning chakra into his swordsmanship so that he can extend his sword, you know, increase the cutting power of his sword and things like that. So I definitely love swordsmanship in, you know, whatever anime I'm watching. I like a lot of anime that use swords because it's just so dope to me. Some of my favorite characters are sword wielders, like Sasuke. Low key, when Sasuke came out in Shippuden, I was like, yo, that boy got that shit on, and he got a sword. I thought Sasuke was like the flyest fucking ninja ever when I seen that part 2, because he was my favorite character in part 1. Then my boy came with the sword. So it's like, Boruto, I always fuck with you, my boy. Once you got that saucy type sword, like, yo, my boy stocked this one up. So next ability that I think will be explored for Boruto having is Momoshiki's Byakugan ability to read people's fate by looking at them with the Byakugan. So we know that Momoshiki had this distinct ability unique to him to be able to look at people with this Byakugan and see their fate, which he did to Boruto and said, you know, you have a very interesting fate. You know, early on, I think that when Boruto draws on that Otsutsuki transformation, he utilizes the Byakugan in the manga. So I feel like, why wouldn't it make sense for Boruto to inherit, you know, that distinct ability of Momoshiki, since, you know, he is technically the vessel of Momoshiki. I just think it would be interesting in seeing if there's some rendition of it that Boruto has, altered, or I don't know, that where he's able to, is that how he was able to perceive, like, what was going on in the Leaf Village? He saw what Code was going to do before it happened. I think that'll be an interesting thing to explore. Momoshiki always talking about some type of prophecy, so it'll make sense for Boruto to inherit that ability, because that seems like a big part of his character. Momoshiki always talking about the future, so I think that future sight would definitely, it could be a powered up version, who knows, since Boruto has those strong genetics that might unlock some untapped potential. Let's see. And lastly, the ability that I think should be explored for Boruto's time skip is the kind of glowing red tools creation that Otsutsuki like Kinshiki, Momoshiki, Urashiki have used at various points during their run within the original Boruto. I think that ability is just so dope, the ability to create these kind of glowing chakra-esque weapons and basically unlock a new level of versatility in terms of tool sets to using in battle. I know that Boruto already has a sword, so it could be something that we see later on when Boruto really taps into more of those Otsutsuki abilities, or when his sword isn't available, or if he wants another tool. I just think it would be dope for Boruto to use those, considering we didn't see him tap upon that power in part 1, and that's an ability that they kind of spam and they've always been using since the characters were introduced. So why wouldn't Boruto have that technique? Or it could just be Boruto doesn't know how to draw upon that. But with his relationship with Momoshiki evolving, them becoming closer, Momoshiki be like, yo, my boy, like, if you really trying to fuck these dudes up, pull out these chakra chains, pull out these hammers, pull out them tools, my boy. So I definitely want to see that come to fruition. Also, a little bonus ability I want to see Boruto do is the Rasen bullet. I hope that Momoshiki during the time skip taught that boy Boruto how to use that Rasen bullet, so my boy can hit Code with that joint again. That's a dope technique that Momoshiki really, use some ingenuity and straight say, yo, I'm going Grand Theft Auto mode on these motherfuckers. Get popped with a Rasengan. So that's something else I want to see. But yeah, that's kind of the different techniques that I think are viable and realistic for Boruto to really have in his, arsenal of abilities, considering that 3 years have passed and he's had time to really hone in on, what type of shinobi he wants to be and what type of style he wants to go for when, he fucking these ninjas up. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. What ability do you really want Boruto to have within this time skip? My boy been cooking them past 3 years, so it's gonna be some OD shit. But yeah, put down in the comment section what you think. Also, like the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe, because I'm dropping more of these Boruto 2 Blue Vortex bangers, so you want to make sure that you know when I drop them videos. So it's been your boy Anime Analyst, aka the Young Jiggy Ninja. I'm out this motherfucker.